What is up, everybody? Welcome back to day 11 of our NBA 2K March Madness tournament. And today we have Norman Powell taking on Jalen Duren to start off. Excuse me, not the baseball player. And this is a crazy matchup. You know, we got two guys who both made their first All-Star team this season, and Norman Powell's going in and getting the early dunk. But Norman Powell, he's old, guys. I don't think a lot of people know that, but he's older. I think he's 31, maybe 32, and he just made his first All-Star game. He played his first few years of his career in Toronto, and he was just never really that good of a player. Like, he was always solid, but he was never a superstar. So, anyways, Duren gets the slam. Now Norman Powell trying to make a move on him. He gets inside and gets the dunk. We've had 3 plays. All 3 of them have been dunks so far. That's crazy. You know, this is a very good matchup. Two very, very good and talented players. I mean, both kind of at the peak of their career. Both kind of at the peak of their career so far, at least. But Duren's going to tie it up. No one has missed a basket so far. Now Norman Powell's trying to drive in. Can't get anywhere. Spins around, puts up a tough shot, and he makes it. And anyways, guys, I'm so sorry to any Washington Wizards fans, or any Kobe Bryant diehards who believe that his record shouldn't be broken. Duren's going in, turning around, and he gets the bucket. No one has missed. But Bam Adebayo had 83 points last night? What? I'm so sorry. But he had how many points? From Bam, out of anyone, his previous career high was 41. He did shoot the most free throws and make the most free throws in an NBA game. But still, that is, you got to credit it. And Norman Powell goes in and gets the tough shot. No one has missed so far. We have a 4-3 game, a shootout so far. Anyways, Bam played yesterday in this tournament, and he won. He upset Jalen Johnson, so whatever. And Jalen Duren's taking a tough shot. That's the first miss. Hard shot there. And then Norman Powell's going in, and he's going to have the easy dunk. Puts it down with 2 hands, and he will go 5-3. He was favored to win this matchup. He was the higher seed. But, you know, I could have seen Duren winning this matchup. I think Duren's probably, the better player. But anyways, going in, turns around, and he makes it. So, you know, obviously Norman Powell's not the best player on the Heat. If you had any thoughts of that, think again after last night. I don't care how many free throws he shot. Bam Adebayo had 83 points, bro. Oh, shoot, the game's lagging. Whatever. I'm sorry. But it's done lagging now. But that's just insane. Insane. Alright, Norman Powell's trying to drive in on Duren, but Duren's, finally locking up on defense. Any basket wins it here, by the way. I forgot to mention that. Any basket wins it. So, Norman Powell, gotta lock in. Same thing with Jalen Duren. You don't want to let Duren have another opportunity. But Norman Powell waiting for the shot clock to run up. Trying to find his way in. He's going to have to take the 3-pointer, and it's off. And it's going to go out of bounds, which means Duren will have the ball. Alright. Still has an opportunity to win this game. I mean, he's not out of it yet. Any basket here would make it so. Okay, he's going to get it, so that means Norman Powell cannot win it on this possession unless he makes a 3-pointer. I doubt he even takes one, though, unless we see something like happened last possession. Anyways, trying to drive in here. It's good defense from Duren, but then he turns around him, gets the bucket, goes up 6-5. Alright, Duren, let's see what you got. Backing down Powell. He knows he's going to win that matchup, and he turns around, hits it off the glass. 6-6 game. Alright, Powell. Going in, and he's going to have the 2-hand slam there. Takes his 7-6 lead. And now Duren. Nowhere to go. He's going to take the tough shot and make it. Ties it back up. Alright, Powell. Duren's defense has not been on par this game. And Norman Powell gets the right-handed slam. Alright, Duren. Basket. Basket might come, but I'm just not sure you're going to be able to stop Norman Powell. You haven't been able to. He's going to lean away and miss it, which means any basket wins it here for Norman Powell. Trying to drive in. Or not, maybe. I'm not sure what he's trying to do, but spins around, and that will do it. Norman Powell defeats Jalen Durant, 9-7. I'm going to take the stats for this game, and then we'll have our second matchup of the day. Alright, so now for our second matchup of the day, we have Trey Murphy taking on CJ McCollum. I got Trey Murphy in this one. He is the higher seed, and I think he's just the overall better player offensively and defensively at this point in CJ McCollum's career. Trey Murphy's just a really young, good guy for the Pelicans this season. Turns around and gets the basket early on. I'm a really big Trey Murphy guy. I think he's super good, super underrated. Honestly, I don't think people talk about him enough. I think he's like borderline all-star in my opinion. Kind of having an amazing season too. But McCollum has nowhere to go right now. Murphy's putting locks. I mean, one of the best defenders at his position, definitely. But McCollum finds space and gets the bucket. Alright, Murphy now. Going, oh my god! Yo, he just blew right past McCollum and then hit the between the legs one-handed slam on him. Oh my god, that was crazy. One of the best dunks of this tournament so far, if not the best. I mean, that was insane. And now McCollum pump fakes him once and gets him. Alright. Competitive game so far. Backing down McCollum. We see this happen a lot. Turns around and he gets the basket. Alright, no one's missed so far still. Kind of what happened last game, it's looking like. Now CJ. Some nice dribbles. Spins. Not sure what that was for. Not really working. Now he has to shoot it. And he makes it. Alright, he was close enough to the basket to get that to go in. And now Trey Murphy. Alright, going in, and that's easy. Just so much bigger than McCollum. Crazy. Now CJ. Alright, let's see what we got. Some McCollum. On another new team, and he's going in and he's going to get the basket. He's played for 4 teams in his career now. And, it was just 2 as of, I'm pretty sure, beginning of last year. I think he got traded to Washington, I think he played for Washington. Or did he play for New Orleans last season? I don't remember exactly, but Trey Murphy's going to take the 5-4 lead. I think he got traded there this year, maybe. And then, okay, McCollum is going to say it's not over yet. Alright. That's crazy. Alright, Trey Murphy. See what you got. Goes in and misses the mid-range. It rims out. CJ McCollum has the board. McCollum dancing around the three-point line. Alright. Going in. Floats it over. Alright. Now it's Trey Murphy. Backing down McCollum. Getting inside. Makes a tough shot. Okay, yes. So I was right. He got traded this summer. CJ McCollum. He got traded this summer to Washington. So, anyways, CJ McCollum just took the 7-6 lead. And now Trey Murphy's going in. He's going to get the basket to tie it right back up. Alright. CJ now. Nice dribbles, nice dribbles. Oh! Had him lost for a second there. Then he's going in and just hits a little hop step. Gets it to fall. Alright, Trey Murphy. Going in, and he makes it. No one is backing down. No one. Alright. Come on, CJ. Get something going. And he's going in. He'll get the basket. Trey Murphy now. Moving over to the left side. Can't find any space. Nowhere to go. Gets in. Tough shot. It's in. 9-9 now. I think this might be our 3rd highest scoring game so far. Maybe 4th. So we got a good one here. CJ McCollum. Playing really well for his size, and he floats it up. Now on fire. Alright. See what Trey Murphy can do to answer back. Going in. Tough shot. Gets it. Thought McCollum might have had him there for a second on defense. But kind of tripped for a second, but nope. Very good offensive game from both of these guys so far. Now McCollum, nowhere to go. Sends it back out. Moves in, does a little step, and then he gets it. All right, 11-10. All right, Trey Murphy. Backing down McCollum. Trips for a second, but then he's right underneath the basket. Finds himself there. Perfectly placed. He's on fire, too. And McCollum's going in right over Trey Murphy. Again, no one is backing down in this matchup. No one. I believe this is our third highest scoring matchup of the series. And Murphy's going in, rattles in. That rhymed. Murphy's going in, rattles in. Actually, maybe it doesn't, but whatever. It sounded cooler when I said it, but... Anyways, now CJ McCollum has it. Floats it in. Alright. Trey Murphy. I mean, I'm just not sure he's ever going to be able to, like, stop CJ McCollum's on-fire offense. And Trey Murphy misses. CJ McCollum grabs the board. This could be it. Any basket wins it for CJ McCollum, and he blows right past him. And that won it 14-12 on the dunk. I'm going to go take the stats for this game, this upset, and then we'll be back for our final stats for the day, and then tomorrow's matchups. Okay, two very good matchups today. We had Norman Powell defeat Bruh, I'm not going to stop doing this. Jalen Duren, 9-7, and our final stats for that game. Norman Powell had 9 points, 2 boards, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 9 for 10 from the field, and he won 9-7. And then Jalen Duren, it's probably last time I'm going to have to say his name, had 7 points, 0 boards, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 7 for 9 from the field, and he lost 7-9. And then Trey Murphy defeated CJ McCollum 14-12. CJ McCollum defeated Trey Murphy, 14-12. Trey Murphy had 12 points, 0 boards, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 12 for 14 from the field, and he lost 12-14. And then CJ McCollum had 14 points, 2 boards, 0 steals, 0 blocks. He shot 14 for 14 from the field. Perfect scoring, and he won 14-12. Possibly a contender for this round of 64 MVP. We're giving an MVP to every single round. Doesn't really do you anything, but it's just kind of a cool thing I thought we should do. So then, our two matchups for tomorrow, we have Zion Williamson taking on Jeremy Grant, and Brandon Ingram taking on De'Aaron Fox. We only have just a few matchups left for this round of 64. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 first-round matchups left, which means we have about 4 days left of this first round, and then we're finally done. We're moving on to the round of 32, where things are just even more competitive. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, because we're posting all 31 days of March. We are 11 for 11 so far. And, yeah, if you guys enjoyed, stick around for tomorrow's episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.